All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us at the Celebrity Chef stage. Folks are going to keep coming on in here. We appreciate that. That smell is going to bring in a lot more, Chef, when we get started. Let me tell you a little bit about the man you see before you. A 35-year cooking career that started at Les Sazón, worked his way up the hard way like the rest of us. Started off as a sauté chef, a broiler cook, then a sous chef, and finally an executive chef. A graduate of El Centro College here in Dallas, and in 1999, he went to work as the executive chef for the Dallas Cowboys, where he stayed until 2010, which means he was there when they opened AT&T Stadium. He was the executive chef of AT&T Stadium for the Dallas Cowboys. In 2010, he came right here, and he now is the executive chef of the Irving Convention Center, and you're really gonna love hearing the stories he tells and watching this man cook, and you're really gonna love tasting what he puts together today at the Celebrity Chef stage. Would you please welcome Eduardo Alverez.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. This morning we're gonna do grits and butternut. It's gonna be a little cake. We're gonna do it, and then on top of it, we're gonna do a duck breast with tamarind sauce. Thai duck. And we're gonna cook it and marinate it on a tamarind sauce. So we're gonna start with the grits. Do a little bit of oil, a little bit of garlic.
A fine mince on that garlic, looks like, Chef.
I'm sorry?
A fine mince on that garlic. Those are very small pieces.
Little, just fine mince is fine. Grits. It's 2 cups of grits, 1 cup of butternut squash.
Again, a fine mince on that butternut.
Yes. Since the grits doesn't take a long time, we want to make sure that everything cooks consistently and is ready at the same time. And now I just add a little bit of water if you like to add chicken stock or something else. But this is the main consistent.
Would using stock, beef stock, vegetable stock, chicken stock, would that change the flavor profile?
It's going to change the flavor profile for this special dish, yes.
All right.
Because I want to get the flavor of the butternut squash. I want to have the flavor of the grits. And then I want to make sure whenever we put the duck on top, it's going to be like salty, sour, a little bit of sweet, all mixed, whenever it's all mixed together. Okay, we let them set, let them cook slowly. In the meantime, we're going to prepare the duck.
Chef, usually duck is one of those you've got to call in 24 hours in advance to get the duck.
Yes, sometimes, but if you go to special markets, you find that up there as well. And you don't have to use thigh, you can use breast or whatever you like. Or you can even use chicken if you prefer. So I do a little bit salt, pepper, do a little bit of oil.
Over a hot pan.
Over a hot pan. I think this is a little better. This one takes like 2 hours to cook. What we normally do, or I normally do, which is sear it, both sides, nice sear, and we put them on a pan with some vegetables. Your choice. I like to do carrots, celery, onions. We're gonna do a little bit of tamarind puree inside.
So you've got the classic French mirepoix with tamarind.
Yes, sir. And then we do a little bit of chicken stock. After we sear the duck, all the way, we put them here, leave them, cover it with plastic and foil, and put it back in the oven.
For 2 hours, you said?
For 2 hours.
At what temperature?
350.
350?
350.
That's going to get done throughout then?
That's what it takes, 2 hours. It all depends on the ovens. If you have a convention oven, that might take a little less time than 2 hours.
And that's just seasoned with salt and pepper, the duck.
Yes. That's, like I said, I don't want to sacrifice the flavor of the grits and the butternut and the tamarind sauce.
Yes, sir. If anyone has any questions for Chef Edwardo Alverez, please raise your hand. We'll bring you the mic. You can ask away. Yes, ma'am. Chef, we have a question out here.
What kind of grits are those? Are those instant or what kind of grits?
Grits used instant.
Instant.
And there's no flavoring in the grits when you put them in. These aren't some kind of
Just
stone
salt,
ground
salt
heavy
and white
salt.
pepper. Yes.
Right.
I don't want to. If you do butter, if you add cheese, whenever you cut it, if you want to do the cakes, they're gonna spread it away. So you want
Right.
to keep them pretty solid.
Exactly.
After this is done, just cover it plastic foil and put it on the oven.
And I assume we're not going to have to sit here for 2 hours. You've got one already prepared up there.
Yes, yes, we do. In the meantime, while that one is cooking, we can start working on the sauce. Oh. And on the sauce, we got garlic chips. This one you can slice them and just fry them a little bit with hot oil, very hot oil, just a little bit. We got ancho puree, we got brown sugar, light, we got red wine vinegar, we got shallots, tamarind puree, lemon juice.
Now, Chef, I'm interested with those garlic chips we can see on the big screen. Those look like they're consistently of like banana chips or potato chips even.
Kind of, and you have to do it like that so that way it helps you make the sauce a little thicker. So after you saute all these, you put them all together, let them boil for 30 minutes or so. Keep on stirring. And then you're gonna puree everything up after all is done, all is cooked.
Chef, is this recipe available anywhere for anybody that wants to try it at home?
Not yet. We will put it online though.
We'll put that online at the ICC website. Excellent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will be. So like I said, we got shallots, we got garlic. So we start with the shallots slowly. The garlic is ready, so we just mix all the condiments together.
And what kind of puree was that you just dumped in there, Chef?
That was the ancho puree, the brown sugar, the red wine vinegar. Now we're gonna do the tamarind. All of this is 1 cup. It's already measured. Sorry, I brought everything from upstairs. So you got 1 cup of everything in here. This is fresh lime juice. That's what I use for this. So we're gonna let them boil, and then after it boils, let them simmer for a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, and then blend everything up, and you will have a thickness or kind of thick sauce that is gonna be.
Using an immersion blender, I assume there, but you
can.
You're really all over the sweet and savory in that. You've got a lot of brown sugar and red wine vinegar. That's a fantastic flavor profile.
Well, and the garlic helps a lot. You know, the garlic chips, it gives them a lot of more flavor to it as well. So they help us out. Okay, so we let them all this cook. After we got the grits, you can put them on a sheet pan like this, put a little bit of a spray under, and then with a cookie cutter, I lost my cookie cutter, you can just cut it any size you like. I did it like 2 bites for us. That's what you're gonna try today. So after they are done, if you want to brown it off, if you like to brown it off, if you want it just out of the pot or room temperature, whatever you like, and just put them in there slowly.
Something that we would see done with polenta as well.
Yes, you can use polenta as well. I just like the like I said, I keep on saying this, but I like the consistency of the grits and the butternut squash. That helps us a lot more.
What type of oil are you using, Chef?
This one is canola oil. You can use olive oil or any kind of oil you like.
So the smoke point doesn't really matter in this. You're not getting it that hot.
No. So we have the duck already cooked. It's 2 hours passed already by. So.
That was quick.
So what you're gonna do? You're gonna shred it. Take the skin out. You're gonna shred it. Then you're gonna put them on a pan.
Any more seasoning going with the duck at this point, Chef?
We're gonna mix the sauce that is gonna be made already. So we're gonna mix the sauce with this. You can add a little bit of oil if you like, or even if you like to add some wine or some, even a tequila.
Aha.
Or
That woke the crowd up, Chef, when you said tequila.
if you like to add some of that, you can. I have the sauce already, as you see the thickness.
And that's
it
after
boils.
we put the immersion blender to it and put it all together. That's what you were making with the garlic
Yes.
chips and the ancho paste.
Yes, sir.
And duck has a very high fat content, so whether or not you oil the pan doesn't mean a whole lot. That fat's going to cook out when you put it in the saute.
Yes, sir. So after you just see, doing the mixture. If you think you need to add a couple more meats, if you think you can lots of sauce, you can put less sauce. It's all up to you.
That smells fantastic out here, Chef. So our
got the
small
grits.
grit cakes, right, or sauteing.
We saute them, give them a little color.
From the looks of that, that's not a very high heat on what you're doing with the grits, Chef.
No,
That's-
but if you want to do it high and you want to do it a little more browner, you can. I just want to keep them a little lighter, not too dark. And then we're gonna grab a tray or plate or whatever you like and just put them together. So we got the grit cakes with the butternut squash. We put them on the tray. You got your duck, as you see.
with that incredible sweet and savory puree sauce that you've put together.
After you need to try one of these after you fit them. But
Well,
you're gonna
it
see that
looks
this-
like a barbecue sauce, but I assume it's nowhere close to a barbecue sauce.
Oh no. If you like to put a little bit more of sauce on top, it's up to you. I think it has plenty, but it's to everybody liking it. So we put a little bit of that, and then we're gonna garnish it with a little bit of micro cilantro.
Ah, yes.
I have some micro cilantro here, so we just put a few leaves on top.
Beautiful presentation.
And that's it. And enjoy. Like I
Thank
say,
you.
you can have a bottle of tequila on the side or a bottle of red wine, white wine, whatever you like, you prefer.
I would like to think that Jerry Jones eats just like this over at Cowboy Stadium.
He used to eat very well.
Sure he did. All right, we're going to have some samples over here at our sampling station on stage left. How about a big hand for Chef Edwardo Alverez from right here at the Irving Convention Center. We'll have samples ready. Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for
Wonderful
coming.
as always. And as you sample, please remember our friends at Irving Cares. If you care to make a donation, strictly voluntary, but if you feel so inclined, they'll happily take your donations. Irving Cares, 100% of the proceeds stay right here in Irving. And Irving Cares is a hand up, not a handout. Thank you, Chef. We'll be back at high noon with Chef Peter Mollett at the Celebrity Chef Stage.